Hello and welcome to the first tutorial video for the New Life Church lighting software. My name is John David Ward, and today this video is going to cover the basic layout and the different buttons and different means and methods to be used using this lighting software, Jan's Vista. So to start off, when you first open the software, it may take a few minutes to load. It will pop up and say Open Show. You have the option to open an old show that has already been open, which for this example is Collide 2017. For you, it might be the weekend, the previous weekend that was there. You also have Open Show, which is where you can open a different show you have saved, an Import Show if you have a show that you're importing. Most of the times those are not used. We just open the previous week. So I'm going to go ahead and click and open it now. So I want to provide a basic understanding of the software. I'm going to show you where the buttons and the different layouts and how you can move those around to cater to however you're programming. And I just wanted to say that each campus is unique in their own way, so not everything's going to be the same and work across every campus, but the layout and the software works the same exact way. So everyone can make it look different, but it all will work similarly. So first I'm going to show you the interface. This first page that pops up here once you open the show just shows you updated fixture types. You can just press OK or cancel. That doesn't really make a difference. Now that we have the software open, we will go through the different layouts. There's a lot open right here, so it may look a little overwhelming. I'll just go through and talk about each tab and what they do. Basically, this is all the different tabs that you can have open at once. This is about the max amount you can have. And for this layout, this is what we use in Conway and Little Rock. It's just the best for me personally because I'm the one that programs and I like it laid out this way. But there's a lot of different ways to open and close different tabs as you're programming. I just keep these open. So the first tab, I'm going to cover the major ones. The first one is Collide 1 2017. The tabs that are open here are basically any of your cue lists or show lists that you have. At most campuses, at the bottom of the page, they'll have a list like this here, full of different shows. So I can scroll down here. These are groupings. All of these can be interchanged, all of these tab boxes here. So the first one's groupings right now, and it's all groupings. Well, I'm going to change it to cue lists, and I'm going to change it to GLR Conway Weekend Programming. So these are all shows that we have made for the weekend at these campuses. So if I open it, which I would right click and go to edit, it'll open a new tab right up here with the other shows. So you can pop back and forth from those. So I opened June 17th, 18th, 2017. This was right after we got our new stage set at Conway. So I'm going to go ahead and close the Collide one out, and we'll just use this one as an example here. The bar below that, you can slide through your cue list. It shows all the different cues. And next, we're going to go over to these top buttons. These can all be interchanged also by right-clicking. You can also click to save if that's your button. The different buttons do different things, but if you right-click, you can go through all of these different major tabs that have different button qualities underneath them. So the tools here, you can go and make a block cue. We'll get into that on other videos, but you can interchange all of these. The most important ones I would say are save on here. You can use highlight to select things, to turn them on to test them. So right down here on our chooser page, if I select all these and the highlight button is turned on up here, the lights should turn on in the room. If they don't, you've got a problem. So when you unclick or deselect them, they should go away. But yeah, you can change this around, make new shows, all that kind of thing. And then we're going to go over to the Features tab. This tab covers all the different, like color, the position on the different types of lights that you have. Most campuses don't have movers, some do. So the top line here is mostly just the different effects. You can choose through different, you have intensity, position, color, and then you get into shutter and strobe, different things like that, which we don't really ever use. On the All tab, it has all of them built together through here. So on the first one, if I select these lights, for example, you can go on here and move them around. Those are not movers, so it won't give me that option. But if I select these are our Q wash and Conway. You can move them around, and this will actually move them around the room. The next one will do a color effect. So this is where you can choose different colors, and it shows down here what color it is. Below that, you get into some other shutter and stuff like that again. You have zoom at the bottom. These particular lights have a zoom, so you can make them a wash or a beam. So these are all different effects you can do. And then once you create an effect, it will open this tab here. So there's multiple ways to create an effect. You can go to this tab here and go to New Effect. And all it's going to do is open up a new box and let you choose your effect, which it's an intensity already because it was on the intensity row. And then you would select OK, and then it will open a box if this is not already open on your computer, and you can go through the different settings on it. So that's the same thing as going up here also and clicking effects. It will open that box. So you can see I'm clicking it up here and it's opening and shutting it. So the effects box, that's a different tab for a different time or a different video. We'll go down here to the bottom, Quick Picker 1, Quick Picker 2, and Multi-Quick Picker. That's just all the different boxes that you can create to hold different presets that you have made. So these are presets that are moving presets. So this, if you have a mover light, you can click circle medium and it will make them move at a slow circle medium rate. This Q list, this is all the Q lists. So it's on Q lists and then it's on all. So everything in here is everything that we have made for Conway right now, or at this current moment. This is an old file, so this was from Collide, so that's the last things we have. You can also have presets for intensity. So you can see on here we have House Message, House Worship, House Offering, GLR Wash, and those are great to have. So that's what the top buttons do, that's what all the tabs do, and the different board buttons. The other ones that I would like to cover really fast that are really important are these top 6. Really, you only use the top 3 majorly most of the time. And if you're programming, you may only use this tab, the Fixture Chooser tab. So the first one is the Patching tab. That just simply shows how to patch, how to go in, change different things. We'll get into that on a different video. The next one is the console. You can interchange, you can add, you can put multiple different consoles in here and use them all virtually. So I just added this one here. It's a really big one. We don't have that, but we could use it on a virtual board on here. So this is our virtual board. If you have an actual board hooked up, it will work. So to take the show live, you would use faders. We also can create buttons to do different things. We have our hazers on it. Most campuses won't have this kind of board. They're going to have the M1 board. So most campus boards look like this one right here, and your board may not have this screen. They're all different, but they can be assigned, and the way you would assign is to just get your cue lists over here. So I have the song alive. I'm going to drop it in this blank. So I took the song live and turned it off. That's as simple as that goes. And then buttons like these can be assigned right here by just dragging whatever kind of button you want above it. And it makes it a flash button. So when you click it, the cue list will go live for as long as you have the button held down. So that's what that tab does. Go back to Fixture Chooser. That shows you everything I just had. Most campuses will have all of this. We'll have all of these boxes closed out because it's cleaner. So I want to say most people's campuses layout looks something more like this, with probably less fixtures, of course. This is a lot of fixtures because we had it all set up for Collide. The next thing I would like to talk about is the saving the shows and the master files. So when you go to create a new show, you don't want to go up here and you don't want to go to a new show. If you go to a new show, you completely erase everything that is patched, all your settings, and they're all gone. So what you want to do is just save show as, and it will save all your settings, and you can create a new show for the next week. And what we do here is we have a show list for each week saved within the file. So we save the show file each week up here under File. And then underneath a tab that we have created for Conway and GLR Weekend Programming, we go under there and we create a new file under there specifically for it. So that's just something good to know, because if you ever try to go in and say, oh, I want to create a new queue list, you want to make sure you create a new queue list within the file that's already made instead of creating a new show overall, because that makes you start from scratch. So this is the basic layout and the different things we have done. So if you have any questions, please feel free to email me. My name is John David Ward. My email is jdward@newlifechurch.tv. And I hope to hear from you soon, and I should get some more videos out. Thank you for your time.